Number 2, strength. A knight has his own God-given strengths. These must be developed daily. For a knight will gain more power from working on his strengths than he will from trying to improve his weaknesses. A knight has his own strengths, God-given strengths, innate. You have a propensity to be good at these things. These must be developed daily. There's no day off. For a knight will gain more from working on his strengths than he will from trying to improve his weaknesses. This is pretty poignant, right? Because how many times do we see where someone is better than us at something and we're like, hey, but the gap between them and us, it's like, well, what are my strengths? Let me hone and refine them, and then I can really stand out instead of me just trying to throw net approach and be a little decent at everything, and then I don't stand out in any one area. There's some wisdom in this. And then the other part of this is the strong knight is aware of his weaknesses and works to develop his strengths. So now let's take something from the modern era. Let's in the recent modern era. Chuck Liddell, MMA badass. You never saw him much you never thought he had much ground game. He didn't want to be on the ground because his strength was knocking people the F out with an overhand right. He wanted them on their feet. He had some ground game. In particular, he could sprawl like nobody's business. Whenever anyone would try to come in, he would just, man, he was like a freaking striking snake. So he's like, look, my strength is knocking people the F out with an overhand right, setting them up, and timing and all that stuff that he was just a master craftsman at, right? And he had some ground game. I mean, he had to work on it. He did. But, still kind of some stand-up game that he could master was sprawling. You're like, hey, I'm just going to sprawl and pop back up like a burpee. And, man. A strong knight is aware of his weaknesses and works to develop his strengths. He developed a living crap out of an amazing sprawl and the ability to sense it and feel it and see it coming from a mile away, and people rarely got him down. So I think Couture did, Randy did, and Randy's a whole nother, ball game there. I mean, he worked at his strengths too. Dirty boxing being one of them, and just befuddling people. And oh man, Randy, another amazing dude. Another strong knight that was aware of his weaknesses and worked to develop his strengths. So, man, kind of some throwback heroes of mine, but man, they are great examples. Anyway, strength. Cheers. We'll talk to you later. Bye.